Welcome back to another video. Travis Etienne is officially out for the season with a Liz Frank injury. So where does that put James Robinson in the 2021 fantasy outlook? Well, let's see. Okay, so first round selection by the Jacksonville Jaguars, Travis Etienne suffered a significant tear, a serious Liz Frank injury that knocks him out for the next several months and potentially the season. Now, the Jaguars have James Robinson, who finished as a top 5 fantasy running back last season. But with Travis Etienne being out, I'm going to put James Robinson probably in between RB15 and RB20 in my rankings. I'm not going to move him up that much. I won't be drafting him. He'll probably be going above where Travis Etienne was going. And Etienne's ADP right now, he was going before James Robinson in about the 4th or 5th round. If you were lucky, he would slide to the 6th. But if you were drafting him, I think you really got saved here because it was looking like James Robinson had the job regardless of Travis Etienne's work in the preseason. And he hadn't really shown anything anyways, so Travis Etienne is gone for the season, which clears up this backfield a little bit more. James Robinson is probably going to start going in the 3rd round of your drafts. Personally, I'm gonna lay off of him. He had a great season last year. Kudos to him for finishing as a top 5 running back, but it's going to be hard for me to draft James Robinson for my team. James Robinson is, like I said, an undrafted free agent, and he went off last year on a Jaguars team that gave him all of the work. I don't expect him to get all of the work again, even though Etienne is out. Carlos Hyde is on the team, and let's not forget, he played for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and Urban Meyer is now the coach. So I think Carlos Hyde is going to get a good amount of run. James Robinson is still a safe RB2 probably, but his ceiling is not there for me in an offense where he could be the primary pass catcher, but they have Laviska Shenault for the underneath stuff. They have DJ Chark for the intermediate and deep stuff, and they have Marvin Jones too. So there's not too many mouths to feed in this offense, but I think Travis Etienne we were much more excited about because basically his athletic profile. Travis Etienne, tore it up at Clemson, has the not franchise, but the school's record for touchdowns in a career, and he showed crazy explosiveness that James Robinson just did not have. And when they said that they wanted to use Etienne as a wide receiver coming out of camp, a lot of people viewed that as negative news, but it quickly turned into positive news because you knew Etienne would be the 3rd down and the receiving back, and he had that potential. But with James Robinson now back being the RB1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's going to be going in the 3rd round, but I'm all hands off on this Jacksonville backfield. I think Carlos Hyde is going to play a role, and potentially they could even sign a veteran. But that's going to do it for today's video. We always hate fantasy injuries, but for more updates, please tune in, and I'll keep making them.